the journey now start. The journey it now start. The journey now start. The journey it now start. Sonny, do not give up. Don't ever. You put it here to survive. You are in charge of your life. I never look back, look ahead. Never say die till you're dead. Children, the journey now. I said to travel on. I said to travel on. I said to travel on. When you're reaching out towards your goal, when you're reaching, yeah, reaching, you may stumble and fall, but don't give up at all, no. Don't you give up, no, no, no. Do not give up. Friends will smile and talk at you, yet stab you in the back. They will do anything to get you off your track. Yeah. You must fight, 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 fight. Fight with all your might to stand up to your trials, regardless of the strain. Sometimes there will be darkness, but light will shine again. Cause the journey now start. The journey it now start. The journey now start. The journey it now start. Sonny, do not give up. Don't ever. You were put here to survive. You are in charge of your life. Yeah. Never look back, look ahead. Yeah. Never sit tight till you're dead. Children, yeah. The journey, I said travel on. I said travel on. I said travel on. Travel on. In our life, son, there'll be ups and downs. Yeah. Just believe in yourself. You weather every storm. Life is what you make of it. So just get up and do. Reach out for your dreams and make them all come true. Yeah. Life, 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 life.
Yeah, blessed the world.
OUR family.
OUR family.
Blessed love, greetings, alafia, all the niceness. Welcome back to the show, Black to Black.
Black to Black is on.
Is on. And all you know, we like to empower and enrich the African people. So today we have a guest straight out of Belmont. Straight out of Belmont.
Belmontarian.
Yeah, Mr. Jamil. I say it right? Jamil.
Yeah, Jamil.
Jamil.
All right, Mr. Jamil Young. All right, I'll let him introduce himself.
Yes, everyone. Blessed day. All right. As he said, straight out of Belmont. The first suburb in the country.
Freetown.
Freetown. All right. Born and grow. Right. I'm still living there up to this day. Working hard on the ground to bring it back to where it used to be.
That's
right. So I'm looking forward to the conversation. With the guys, and even before we start, I would like to give you guys all your flowers. Yeah. Right. Because there is something I believe that really needed. You know, not just within the community, not just within the country, but in the world. You know, in the larger melanated diaspora.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
Taking that.
yeah, man. For sure. Yeah, man.
So today is the last Tuesday in the month.
Right.
And all you know, on the last Tuesday in the month, we like to take a trip, you know, a little journey where we bring forth somebody from within the community, within the diaspora that is doing things that we like. Today, well, Jamil specifically asked us to acknowledge it as the journey to purpose. Right, because well, he will tell all you why he believes it is his purpose. But Jamil will give you a little history from start until you get to the purpose.
Yeah. Well, I would say within my short time, you know, upon the earth. I have had a lot of twists and turns in my life, you know, in terms of the how, you know, I got to here
Right.
and doing what I'm doing now. Started off, as I say, in Belmont. Went to school in Belmont, St. Margaret's Boys. Actually started playing pan. You know, you mentioned that he's a fan man.
Yeah.
You know, he's a fan man as well.
Nice.
Serious fan man.
Nice.
You know, and really just stay there for a little while. When I used to play pan with St. Margaret's, I am certain that we were the number one steel band in Trinidad.
All right.
Right.
And I'm talking about just junior or senior. Talking about across the board.
Right.
You know? We went on to win like probably 6 junior panoramas in a row.
Wow.
We
So they back it up. We ain't just talk
Yeah,
it up.
yeah. Real talk. We ended up playing in a world festival in Mexico. I believe the year was 2006.
Right.
Right. So from a young age, you know, I experienced what's the word I'm looking for? Excellence.
Right.
In my community.
All right.
You know, I didn't have to leave there to go anywhere to experience that. You know.
Important.
Yeah, at a young age, I was wanted. I was, you know, I was asked for, you know. And I say I, but I really mean the band.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and we were asked for, and we toured all over the country and playing pan. So I say from a young age, I knew what, I knew what it was like to win. I knew what it was like to be a champion and to be excellent. After I left St. Margaret's, I passed for then known Belmont Intermediate. Right, I spent 5 years there. Left there for Form 6. I went to Fatima College.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing the college for 2 years. Yeah.
He's a Fatima man too.
Fatima man.
Yeah.
I'm more known as Spoon in Fatima.
All right.
Yeah, Spoon. Right. Playing the college there for 2 years. From there, went I'm trying to get the perfect timeline. I didn't want to.
Don't want to be perfect. Don't want to be perfect.
I didn't want to skew it, you know, too much.
All right.
Went to Fatima, and then from Fatima, I went to University of the West Indies, and from the University of the West Indies, I played football there as well, and I played there for like 2 semesters.
Right.
And from there, I ended up getting a football scholarship, and I went on to Bluefield College in West Virginia.
All right.
right?
Alright.
Stayed here, and they just a short synopsis of the.
Nah, brother, go ahead. It's 2 hours a year for you.
I stayed there for 1 semester only, and certain reasons, financial reasons and stuff,
Right.
And then I came back in 2016, and I told my mom, I say, I know that if I take in 4 years to finish college, I know within that 4 years, if I come back home, I can make something of myself. I don't really need the outside world to make something of myself, because everything comes from here,
Right.
And
how that negotiation went?
boy, my mom is the most supportive mother.
Serious. Give thanks for that. Give thanks.
And that was a blessing. From a young age, I always made my own decisions and not out, I would say, I'm rebellion. It's just that I always had a personal knowing of what is right for me.
Right.
And I believe that she recognized that as well. And she always pushed me forward to follow what I wanted to do.
Is you alone? Or you have siblings?
I have 9 siblings on my mom's side.
Jeez!
4 on my dad's.
Are we falling in that 9?
The last.
Or is he baby?
Yeah, and the first on my father's side. So that is a kind of... yeah. So... yeah, reach back home and... I did just that. It was a kind of the last 4 or 5 years. It was a kind of... lost feeling, trying to find myself and exactly what it is I wanted to do.
Right.
In that time, I believe we had a small conversation about this in terms of I used to work in the Port of Spain Corporation for a while. I work City Hall. My last job though, I was a financial advisor at Maritime.
Plenty in common, boy.
Yeah, that's how the energy does work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the energy does work.
Right.
Spend, again, I didn't and spend too long there. If you realize within the timeline, I didn't really stay too long in places because
your purpose.
Yeah, when spirit start to call you the answer.
All right.
Your time up here. Right. So at a point in time, I was even working the 2 jobs, at the corporation, and then with Maritime at the same time, and then I just up and resign.
People in the society go say you're mad.
I had to tell you that.
Yeah, they're going to say you're mad.
I don't want to tell you that.
Yeah.
And that was actually the exact response and the reaction.
Yeah. We know about that.
Yeah.
Won't tell we?
Yeah, we know it all too well.
Yeah.
All too well.
Yeah, boy, spoon going mad. But I know, just going back to say that nothing stronger than your inner calling. And if you're leaning to that, you would end up doing what you're supposed to do. And I'm so sad, I'm so done. I want to give a little brief story about Maritime. When I was in the meeting to cancel, to resign now.
Yeah.
I was with the branch manager, right? So I'm just trying to ask, so where's the problems, what we could do to, to convince you to stay and all of these things. And what I told them, I was leaving to do agriculture. I leaving to go and plant and
yeah.
So after about 5 minutes, the team manager come in the room. He's the man running the show.
Yeah.
So he sit down. He said, "All right, Jamil. So, wait as you want to do. You want to do financial management or you want to do agriculture? I pay it on the spot right. You had to make a decision." When I say agriculture, and that was that. That was that. Left.
He taught you that.
He taught you that back pedal. Yeah. Trying to call your bluff.
Yeah. And I did that for a little while.
Right.
I was actually planting home by me. And I was planting, I was growing tomatoes and all these kind of things. And actually I'm gaining it away to the community. you know, okras, all kind of things, just basically
Practice.
experimenting.
Right.
You know, actually grow 3 sunflowers that had the community going mad. But they never see that before now.
Right.
You know. And then at the start of this year now, I say I wanted to join my daughter because I have 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have a son and a daughter. I say I wanted to join my daughter in the sport, football. She said she wanted to join. So it had this guy, Marlon Murray. He's the technical director of the academy now, which part I am. I carried her out and I realized, well, it was just him there. And, you know, I let him know, I said, well, any assistance you need, I wouldn't mind, you know, I'm coming out. And because to add to the short story, you know, I played football in England. I played in Brazil. Let me clarify. I toured there.
Right.
With Alcons. That's Alvin
Cornell,
Yeah. Right, I played there for a couple of years. And I'm with him. I traveled to England. I traveled to Brazil. So I got first-hand experience of what the game is like at the highest level now. So I just let him know. I say, well, I'm not really doing anything right now. So, you know, if you need any assistance, you know. So I started to go out and help him. Help him. And boom. Purpose.
Purpose.
Yeah.
Purpose. All, yeah. I hope all you get a little motivation, a little inspiration from that.
I like what the way purpose reached so far is that it stay within his community.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
It's key.
Carry, go ahead. We here with you today, no, go ahead.
Right. Yeah, so since then, you know, and the reason how I knew it was my purpose, because I was doing a checklist. You know, do I love what I'm doing? I am knowledgeable
in what
I'm doing. And the last one is, am I good at what I'm doing?
Right.
And that has checked all the lists. You know, ever since I was small and football has been a part of my life. All of my friends I know today is football. You know, so when I really am a backtrack, you know, I think about it now, say I could really use this, you know, as a tool, because one thing I was always about is my community and the younger generation.
Right.
I was always about that. You know, I believe it's the responsibility of the older generation to guide the younger generation.
Tell me things.
Right? It can't work no other way.
That could have do that fire.
Yeah, right. I find it the board man could just have fire for it.
That could have do that fire. Because we just come from talking to a group of children.
Yeah. Big up to all life center in Laventille on the back road, St. Joseph Road. They follow. Right. Happen to tune in. Big up on yourself.
You know, and we hear so much negative. We see it.
Yeah.
See it. Like, I don't buy papers no more unless I need papers.
Really?
Because you can't tell me in Trinidad and Tobago that nothing happens positive to put on the front page of the papers and the third page of the papers. So every single day I open my papers is
negativity.
Either killing, bacchanal with the politicians, some kind of something negative.
Yeah.
So nothing happens in this space
of 1.3 million people. Yeah.
But look, positivity right here.
Nobody writing about that.
You understand?
We have to go to the papers and ask them to write about it.
But then I just add the state. I don't care. All they have to tell, all they have to prove me wrong, and it will take a long time to prove me wrong. They don't want this kind of positivity in our communities.
Yeah.
They don't want it highlighted because Jamil ain't gonna be the only person doing it.
No.
Plus, Jamil will inspire other people.
Correct.
Like how he went down with his daughter and was inspired by what he see Mr. Murray doing.
Right.
To join. So tell me a little more about that.
Yeah, well, yeah, the football academy You see, I started smiling when I talk about it because just when you see the youths and them and the reaction, it has some boys within the academy, and we have girls as well, like 4 or 5 girls within the academy. Right. Them youth men and them running. Right, let me say, and we playing in this area, the savannah. Them youth men running from all the way up to the top of the savannah, running coming to the savannah. Right. So going back to where I was saying, everybody just say that the youths don't want nothing. I believe that the youths don't want that where you get. Because I seen it every single day. Because I out in the savannah every single day. When I leave here, I go out in the savannah. And I see in these youths want to learn. And a lot of people just think that, all right, just a coach, just see savannah, I'm kicking a ball. No. We have these youths in an area now, and we could now disseminate anything we want to disseminate to them, because I know the power a coach have. I experienced that, right? When I was younger, it had a coach named Daryl Raj Paul. Right, me and his son, I'm still very close up to this day. Now even I'm talking to him there just now. Right. And when I see my coach in my community, I running along the van, coach man. You ask any footballer, you ask any footballer who do what follow more, or all right, let me just say don't ask any footballer. If you're a teacher and you're a coach, who do you faster listen to? Coach. Any
Sports
day.
on the whole, the people teach training here.
Any day, because the youths now, and when the youths lie down and watch the football and they say, but I want to be on the big screen like that. They see in the coach as the bridge to that. So anything, if you tell a youth man do 100 push-ups, he will go down and do 100 push-ups. He might take whole day. But he going down and do 100 push-ups.
And we have a coach in the comments here. Coach Dwayne, Coach Davidson, what's going on?
Hey, before we go further, I want to big up Coach Davidson. Right now, we have some footballs that we still using because of Coach Davidson.
Easy, Bambi.
Easy.
Right.
CEO of Davidson watches, so let's check it out.
Right. Yeah. So that was mad respect because I believe he was here last year. No, I think it was earlier this year when we had the tournament. We had a tournament. Lal and the Bring Back Belmont group. Again, like big up Lal.
Yeah, Jason here too. Yeah, Jason.
Big up Jason.
You know, I tell you from day one, I things to do.
Yeah. And we had a conversation, and Coach Dwayne and I, and the other Coach Marlon, and we showed him our vision, for the academy. And he buy in one time, and he say, well, as he reach back away, I'm gonna send some stuff, some gears, some bibs, some balls.
One time.
So said, so done.
You would.
Yeah, and as I say, up to this day, we still using them things.
So let me bring in a little banter in the middle now, because that is the beauty of how I try to live a certain part of my life, right?
Right.
Where I would like ideally for my friends to know one another. It's sad that people can't live like that again because of all the shipping that's going on.
Yeah.
Right? So Coach Dwayne is we friend. Coach Dwayne and Roger is
correct.
Roger is your neighbor.
Yeah, right? Correct.
Who Roger Cocky?
Yeah, he can ball.
That Roger?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he think. The man get a little bad, but he think.
So, Bambi, you hear that, right?
Confirm.
Yeah,
I'm a Madrid fan too.
Don't say that.
That's unfortunate.
That's
unfortunate,
right? But that is for me also how we just build community.
Of course.
Right? Because Dwayne come home. He come home to chill. He come home to do whatever. And come to check his brethren. And he brethren and them show him and look one of we partners here doing something real good. He see it, he buy into it.
One time.
And he contribute to it.
Contribute.
You know,
In a big way.
To me, it can't get better than that. Again, for me, I want to read any papers.
Yeah.
I want to read that in the papers. It's not every day I want to read his killing and it's this and it's that. It's not it happening. And you will report it, but you can't tell me every day that we're saturating with it.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're telling me, all in a positive. How why?
Yeah, but
Because that's the first thing people do in the morning and you wake up and you read that.
Exactly.
yeah. Cause papers on your doorstep
Whole
6
day.
o'clock, eh?
Program, yeah.
One time.
Come on now, man.
But something he said just now there with regards to the youth not wanting nothing. We want to build it. The youth can't build things for themselves.
But
Remember
that's the
them
thing.
now coming up.
The politicians and them don't know what the youth want. It's
Well,
not what them want. Them values in a different space.
No, but
They don't
as you say
understand.
that,
True.
when last one of them older heads and them politicians come and sit down and talk to the young and the youths and them, like, you really think they're not connected?
You mean,
Yeah, they
you
just-
mean well as they come and speak with or talk to?
And that's a big difference.
That's a total difference. Because they know they like to come and talk
Yes, they come on
They
the
think they know
developer
everything.
stage. I went and talked to the youths on them, you know. I went and talked to the youths. So they don't get to we doing work. No, yeah. You went and talked to the youths.
to. What they say?
But before I want to say, right? Before I even ask you that, ask you, tell me two of them name who was in the crowd now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you come, you pop something and you stand up on it and talk down to the people.
Everybody.
And,
Down to
Talk at.
everybody.
all right, even if you do that, right? One last you come and when it's done, you come down and mingle. So and you come and call you by name. I tell them teeth matter a little bit now.
A little bit.
Jamil, I hear you doing some work there with our football there, like it boy thing.
How can I help?
Score your name now. The MP no money, boy. Right? You know, so I remember you saying it's two distinct organizations but working together, which is Freetown.
Freetown Sports Group.
Freetown
Yeah.
Sports
Yeah.
Group, and you work with the Academy of Football Excellence.
Yeah, correct.
You all have approached the corporate citizens for any kind of assistance or the political entities for any kind of assistance?
Yes. Before we reach there, now, I just see things in a different way to a lot of people,
Right.
right? I don't like the handout mentality.
Done
Oh my
right.
Lord.
I don't like the
Straight.
love
gimme
that.
and beg. Right? A lot of things what I learn. I learn how the system does work, and in terms of money. Now we just chase money,
Yes.
right? But money chases value, right?
So if you chase value.
Share money. Right? I say that to say, I say that to say, my main goal right now, and as well as Coach Marlon, is to create a program of value. You know, and then I much rather you come and see what I do and say, hey, I want to be a part of that. You know, because this looking like it really going some way.
Right.
You know, it's well organized, it's well structured, it's professional. So I believe that's the best way to really attract sponsors.
Understood.
Right.
You
I have
know?
no problem with that thing.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
say something that I just want to touch in and give a little flowers on all the side too. I really like from the videos I see on the Instagram page.
Yeah. And all that part of it, you know, and social media aspect of it. But yeah, go ahead.
See the way the children uniform down. And you could tell by watching 30-second clip per minute clip, you could tell that they're actually training, they're just running around. But a big part of it for me is the uniforms, because I've said over the years, community sports, to get up, be responsible with it. I need your team to have a uniform. It could be a plain white t-shirt because we understand they mightn't be able to afford
yeah.
a uniform. But if you decide on a plain white t-shirt, everybody
That
must have
a
on
uniform.
that plain white T-shirt, and you must have a practice time.
Yeah.
It is built something now. So
It does.
watching
A
the
discipline
videos,
is a discipline.
yeah,
does.
and
It
it'll be a
does.
part of something because you could get penalized, you know. Because when you come to the competition, now this is something that I had envisioned, right? And I've seen it out here. When you come to the competition, because I get penalized for just playing basketball already, I come down. I honestly I'd forget we had game, and I come down here to sweat. Down in the back.
Yeah.
And when I almost reach and I hear any noise, but that is because we did not practice.
Right,
Because
you
if
did
you
not
have
practice
practice,
sessions, yeah.
exactly.
Exact
When you have
preparation.
practice and we thinking and we talking, you know, hey, Saturday evening, you remember that now.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I reach,
Preparation.
I didn't get to play. And that stick with me. You know, I ain't get to play because I ain't no uniform. So I see it how important a uniform is now.
Yeah.
So I say I never had the idea I had for a tournament. I didn't want to be strict to keep you out. But if it's a jersey, if it's a plain color jersey, everybody should have it.
Yeah,
And it
real
should have
talk.
some kind of structure now,
Real
where,
talk.
all right, so we 4 coaches here. We have 4 different teams within the same community.
Right.
Today, we should be able to go by which part Tyler is trained and look at Tyler, and it's something I wanted to do now because, as I say, it brings that kind of discipline now. You might go and you might see what Tyler and them doing good. Nah, boy, we have to step up we own, boy.
Yeah.
You know, them kind of things now.
Yeah.
And I see that on all your page. The thing that stick out to me was the uniforms. Everybody was well uniformed down. And you see, well, of course, it says doing Mr. Davidson organized that you see the different instruments used in the training. Now.
Yeah.
So important. So now it tied back into where you say, or they're looking to put out a product that is so valuable, people want to be a part of it here.
Yeah.
All right. DJ,
Yo.
you're at you now. I'll load up some chromatics at the bottom of the list. They could probably pull one of them. And we will take a small break.
We go and be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. Anyone?
Well, technical difficulties there.
You gotta check the income until we come back.
All right.
There we go now, man.
That kind of way. That kind of way. That kind of way.
Yeah.
They ask me, Matic, when you gonna run out of lyrics? I tell them when I'm gonna run out of spirits. Around the same time that I run out of critics. And all of them clowns that I run out of gimmicks. Deep down inside, yeah, I know that they jealous. They start to throw shade like they're pelting umbrellas. Cause the girl ain't giving them no beat like a cappella. When me tune get the girl in the groove like Stella. I make them jump up like a burpee. They just mad, I ain't everything like Berkey. Mouth hot like I swallow a bottle of Bertie. So if you feel like I ain't worthy, I get the approval from singing Sandra, Valentino and the explainer. Now that could be a Kaiso entertainer. I even share stage with Lord Relator. So I go business about a hater. When even David Michael wrote a rate. So like a restaurant with no waiter, I don't cater. They must be never get the message like they out of data. Well, you know that kind of way. Yeah, you know that kind of way. Well, you know that kind of way. Yeah, you know that kind of way. Well, you know that kind of way. Yeah, you know that kind of way. Well, you know that kind of way. That kind of way. I show the anatomy book, so I don't study nobody. I never ride here to what they doing normally. Even when I see them catch a forward of a volley, I never drop the ball, I kick that like a volley. Boom! I tell you, no, we'll never be the same, man. True trim, they go then I just clap when the plane land. Dirty and I'm muddy on a Monday, I ain't shame, man. I know the gatekeepers and the game plan. Even in the midst of the disrespect, I capitalize like a typing vex. Tell them come again, we ready for what's next. Come, bring you over your man and your witch and your hex. Cause when the Lord put out the hand and the bless me, there ain't a fuss in the world that can stress me. Cause no was like say it on the page, I'm ready to blaze ya. Now we see the whole scene going up in vapor. Well, you know that kind of way. Yeah, you know that kind of way. Well, you know that kind of way. Yeah, you know that kind of way. Well, you know that kind of way. Yeah, you know that kind of way. Well, you know that kind of way. That kind of way. That kind of way. You see they looking
looking at me with a face full of wonder. Acting like I know, contributing to the culture. But I ain't no shopping from my sisters, my brother. And you can't build a house with no kitchen or a plumber. I'm trying to do the pen and my pencil. The foundation, which I know is essential. If the truth hurts, tell them I'm damn disrespectful. Cause the tent empty every night that the fretful. Facts, so what we gonna do about that? Mix up a few styles that gonna bring them back. Because the shadow on my brains and only in my veins. Please tell them to refrain, the roaring lion can't tame. Cause the small lion pride will it big like a plane. Have to do like Lord Shorty and reinvent the game. So it's time for them to contest the history and context embedded in my conscience. Miss me with the nonsense. Well, you know that kind of way. Yeah, you know that kind of way. Well, you know that kind of way. Yeah, you know that kind of way. Well, you know that kind of way. Yeah, you know that kind of way. Well, you know that kind of way. That kind of way. That kind of way.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
And we are black.
Yeah. Thanks, Top Fan. We taking that. We are black.
So, let's start back one time. Davison Watches make a comment here that Coach doing. Uniforms help with the mental part of the game. Belonging to a group, a team, and being proud of your accomplishments of making the team. Yeah. Touch on that a little bit, man.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better. Because, you know, the youths like to feel like they're working, you know, towards something.
Right.
If we just out there and this person in a blue jersey, this person in a white jersey, this person in a black pants, this person in a red pants, it will feel like a sweat, right? Now, if you starting on time, if you ain't come on time, you have a punishment for that.
Right.
With that bill, right there, discipline. Right.
Out the gate.
Come on, right? We start your jersey in your pants. Again, it bill it.
Presentation.
Exact personal hygiene, presentation, right? So basically, what it is using sport to teach life, using football to teach life. Because when you go out in the real world, you have to go for a job interview, you have to reach on time.
Yeah.
You know, just going back for the uniform. I'm just having the right equipment. No, I'm having the right equipment. I'm just allows you to do more drills. Right. It, and again, going back, it does something to the mind. When a youth comes out to trade in half tree and he see drills already well set up.
Work, let's go.
Yeah, we go in and get a good session today.
Right.
You know, so one time he prepare his mind to work. You know, so it's all these little things that is really make the difference that we really need to start to pay more attention to. And we will start to build from there. Yeah. But we don't really take these things for granted. You know, and just going back to creating a product of value. And all right, how to put it? When you do stuff the right way, you start to get motivated. Yeah. You know, and it makes things a lot easier for you, and it makes you feel like you're working towards something. Yeah. You know, so you go wake up one morning, all right, we did XYZ yesterday. All right, so today we're going to do XYZ now. So it's basically like you're building a story then. Yeah. You know, and even if you watch on our page, if you look at our earlier videos, it had no uniform. Right. It had no uniform. So you see that transition. Yeah. You know, and then the effect it had. Because you say that had an effect on you.
Of course.
You know? And that's really what we want to show and what we want to do. We don't want our kids to feel like, or let's say our youths to feel like they had to go
Outside.
And leave the country
outside to get
them
the
thing.
best.
Yeah.
You could get the best right here.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody have phone in their hand. It's nothing to go up on YouTube and see X, Y, Z. Hey, so how this academy doing this? How they reach here? How they reach there? It's absolutely nothing to do that. But again, it's really priority.
That's right. You make it yours.
Yeah.
Plenty of the times we try to reinvent the wheel. It was like you said just now during the break. Every weekend, every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we watching Premier League, we watching La Liga, we watching Serie A, we watching Bundesliga. And them fellas is at the top of the.
Correct.
You understand? Like the 4 month top.
Correct.
So we watching that every weekend, but we ain't replicating it as you say.
Correct.
So what we doing here?
Correct.
What TFL, TFA? Is it name? Footballers, TFA, them, what them doing? Yeah, they why it is we have to politic everything.
Yep.
Yeah, they within the thing, we trying to build something, but while we building something, the politics this creeping boy. Like who does open that door for that boy?
Yeah.
That has get me real mad.
And for me, a big part of that is because one of the things we doesn't see out of doing these things is money. Because it's obvious he doing it for love. It's obvious. Right? But the people who just come and bring the politics in it, is the people who seen paper in it. And they don't come because they seen a little bit of money.
Right.
They come because they seen a way to eat our dread food.
And let me just add to that. All right, we go start. You might make a little money at 10,000, 100,000. Then we go start a pocket. Right?
We ain't putting it back in the club.
Even if your goal is money, if you do it the right way, money can done.
Exactly.
And that the common sense factor with it.
Greed.
Yeah, because I watch PSG.
Is the killer.
PSG just pay one player over $500,000 a week. Punks. That's one player. So it just really don't make sense to me that even if you're chasing money, just do it the right way. And the money will come.
Yeah.
It will keep flowing as this.
Yeah, the money will come.
Jason say here, persons from the outside, in relation to the uniform now, persons from the outside looking in at the uniformity will see it as structure happening there, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
When they see how clean, how crisp.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what I do for me. Because as a youth, I never really like uniform and thing. As I was always rebellious, right? But you see that sense of belonging?
Yeah.
I belong to this.
Yeah.
I identify with this. Like my team.
Big thing.
You understand? That in itself, it don't have to be nothing big. You know what I mean? We want to go to the biggest and the best graphic designer to design a logo for ourselves. Brother, if you're from Caledonia, you see.
Yeah.
I see on your jersey and your bad.
Real top.
You understand?
Yeah.
Or your colors, a yellow t-shirt, a blue t-shirt, a thing. It just, we overcomplicating things now because we focus too much on the perception of it versus the
What it is.
itself.
Shit.
You understand? And I have no problem with you wanna, if your team making enough money and you can run by whoever and get the, what's the name of the thing we just do? Sublimating. You understand? You think printing your jersey.
Yeah.
That's a whole next story. Because when you see a thing come out the bag, I remember is what some comedy I watching boy. The one with the convicts on them when they was playing football, Chris Rock on them, right? And from in the jail, the man get uniforms to them all the time. They play in some hole.
Yeah. That one movie.
Caretaker went and bring thing from outside.
Yeah, correct.
The mean machine.
Yeah.
And the fellas, you see the difference in them when they get a uniform because now they belong to something.
So let me tie back
Psychologically.
that exact thing there to something that I see in 2014. Right? I went up in St. Barb's to watch the Hooper Life.
Yeah, Hoop for Life.
Semi-finals. It was between St. Barb's and Maloney. Right?
Two places you cannot go there, so.
Right.
But sports could carry it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing that stand out to me that night, well, I don't know we have quality basketballers here. I don't know.
No question.
I grew up playing
have
basketball.
quality everything here.
But the rules of basketball, if you're on the outside looking in, complicated, you would know that, Tyler.
Yeah.
Right? By watching 8-year-old children, hearing them calling out 3-second violation. I'm playing basketball with my whole life. Of course, when you're sweating,
Yeah.
it's not 3-second violation.
Yeah.
But I still playing basketball with my whole life who cannot explain to you what a 3-second violation is. Or run a proper screen. And you hearing these children and them watching this game.
Highly intelligent.
And then realize, hey, he coming up on the next screen. And you know I watching that?
Yeah.
That's because there's something to cheer for this damn team. And that is why I see as one of the big problems there. Most of what we just call the ghetto, I really don't like that phrase anymore.
Same.
Right?
Same.
Learning the origins of that word and thing. But most of what we just call the ghetto and hotspots and thing, we didn't gain them nothing positive to cheer for.
Yeah.
That is it.
You understand?
Same thing we tell each other on them this morning.
You rushing home. If you know it a tournament going on by you, and two teams coming from outside your area,
Yeah.
Yeah, you run
you
out.
have to run home
Ambassador.
to take and come back on because you had a and you had to, exactly you gain something to cheer for.
Yeah.
Then who knows, you might want to be apartheid, and it have many different ways to be apartheid.
Yeah. You see, we just get, as we were saying just now, these things just create economies, you know.
Of course,
Right? Because when we talk about the fiesta, basketball fiesta, right? When I step back after the weekend done and I step back and I watch exactly what happened there, is jersey men make money, basketball sneakers men make money, food people make money. So much that the sponsors and I wanted to give them, they didn't want to give them the food. They wanted to set up a thing where people come and buy the food. But that is not sponsorship. Right? Maxis, because Abry, big up Abry. Abry, C. Patrick, you know, he father of a big boss.
Right.
He living opposite the court in Maloney, Spartans, Pacers and them.
Right.
He bring down the whole team for the 3 days. You understand? So you see now, it's not just about the players, you know, the players is one aspect of it.
Correct.
That's the end result. But before you even reach there, you are the man who cleaning the court. You are the man who see about the basketball, the team man who see about the uniforms, who washing, cleaning, laundry, money making. You understand what I'm saying? So I cannot understand for the life of me how we have a ministry designated to this particular economy that is failing.
but that's the
But
thing
I
about
just
it.
one ministry. We
But
going to
that's
talk
the
about
thing about it. The thing about it is, they, again, now this is my opinion, and I leave room to be wrong,
all the time.
right? But I think they don't want us to look at that as a economy. I don't think they want us to see it as that, because I've said to you on many occasions, it's a plenty thing that African people, black people involved in this country, and we don't realize there's a whole economy we make out of it.
Yeah.
And one of the examples I use is Maxi. Maxi's look at the economy that comes out of just one Maxi. Upholstery. The engine in a Maxi, probably little
It's diesel. So
Right.
that's a whole different breed right there.
Yeah.
tin. Music, electrical.
Tires,
You understand?
straighten and paint.
And
Interior,
we
exterior
have
cleaning.
thousands of Maxis
On the road.
Till I see somebody open up a shop in Takariva that focuses specifically on that.
Right.
But that person's smart. And of course, they had money to invest because they're not doing one aspect of what the Maxi need.
Right.
They can go and do almost everything for your Maxi riding. And it's the same thing you're now talking about it. Within we community,
Specialization.
when it have a football tournament, you're supposed to, we go come to that now because you have our next business that you have to talk about too. But we supposed to, we looking at the black market for the printing of the uniforms, right? Somebody, one or two people, mummies and them, and cousins and sisters had to come out and sell
Polori and
some kind
Tambra
of
ball and red
something,
mango and
right?
thing, yeah.
Right. We're looking at if everybody not washing their own thing, we're looking at, all right, well, we kind of buy Miss Jean, and Miss Jean is charged us so and she go wash out. It have it, but we don't look at things like that. And then too, I keep saying this, not looking at it as one thing, you know, but also life is so fast paced today.
Yeah.
I listening to people's reaction from the budget. People, we don't want to say it, but some people genuinely scared, right? And last night I watching some comments. I end up doing put on my phone and lie down and watch that. Because in reading some of the comments, people like I travel. It's $10 from Port of Spain to Arima. Or they just raised the fare earlier this year or last year. And gas going and raise again. So what does that mean? Now, when the price of transportation raise, it causes a ripple effect.
Yeah, because
People
everybody
don't
go
have
and say.
You telling me, based on the economy of the country, where we was the report that says that the average citizen in the country works for less than $5,000 when he want to come. So let me just say you live in Arima and working in town. Right now, if you're not living in somewhere that you need transport to Arima, it's $20 a day alone is transport.
Yeah.
That's $100 a week.
Yeah.
That is $400 out of your salary for the month. If you just work Monday to Friday, if you just work 6 days a week, is more. It have people concerned.
Yeah.
So when you concerned and you have to focus on that in front, and I'm talking from my personal experiences too, where I actually have friends. I even know if Bring a Team boss listening. You know, Phoenix Logistics.
Nah, I think he had a flight.
Yes. Carry on these his brothers, you know, be in the background, be like, yo, focus on what you're doing, thing. Be more positive about it, but sometimes it's hard, right?
Yeah.
How, when you have to focus on all of that, you have time, you know, you're looking at football, you go them playing.
Yeah.
That what you're looking at, but football running economies.
Yeah.
I sure if we do a little digging on where is the contributing amount of money the Premier League is to England GDP, we might be shocked.
But that is England. England or nothing else.
That is Brazil.
Yeah.
You understand?
England.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
La Liga,
countries.
same thing.
Yep. And really, just to go back to the question that they asked, because there is some real, this is the kind of conversations I have on a daily, you know. So it's really a great thing to be in a space where these conversations are being had and being heard, you know. However, I asked a question about if we approached sponsorships in the corporate world, and in the political arena, and I said yes. Actually, a couple of companies already contributed. You know, there's a security company in Belmont itself. I believe is SS Security, run by the Coca family. They recently purchased a lawnmower for us.
Right.
Because we are maintaining our space in the savannah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah, blessings to them, man.
if you see the savannah,
Yeah.
You understand.
I got nobody with Lala them to sweat.
yeah,
And it was a sweat just to cut the grass.
yeah. So before that, I invested in two workers.
Right.
Jason and
Yeah.
you know, I'm here of his workers, so we still go out and we maintain our own space. So we wrote the securities company, and probably next week or two, they sponsored a lawnmower. So
that big.
Yeah, because that's the next major thing too. The ground, at least you feel is your stage as a footballer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you feel is your stage. Once you have a proper feel, you know, again, that does something to your psychology. We also approach B&M, that's the ice cream factory.
Yeah, man.
Right.
And they sponsored us as well. In terms of in the political arena, we a couple months ago we sat down with the energy minister.
Right.
Yeah. However, we're still waiting, you know, on what we spoke about. He was out of the country for a little while. You know, he's back now, so hopefully we looking forward to seeing some progress with that.
Right.
Right now we're in the process of approaching the Ministry of Sport.
Right.
However, they require a lot of documents and stuff. So we're in the process of organizing that right now to achieve some funding. Right now, going back to what you all were speaking about in terms of football builds economies.
Yeah.
Right. For years we're talking about in the country about diversifying the economy and all the fancy words we could use. But in the last, I am 28 years old. Right. My mom was a P&M counselor for years. The best, I would say. Right. Because I see firsthand what
she do.
My mom did in the constituency of Gonzales with limited resources. Right.
Yeah.
We know the councillor's portfolio is road and infrastructure. Period. Right. I see my mom went above and beyond because she cared. You know. I believe that basically where it comes from with me.
Yeah.
You know. I basically developed that within my genes. You know. Yeah, I was saying I am 28 years of age, and since I have been alive, I have not seen the government do anything for the people. Right? And I am 28 years of age.
No,
I'm the younger
I just want to interject. You're going forward.
Yeah.
Any politician that might hear that, we don't need it to try and defend it. We need it to understand why somebody at 28 years old of age
feel that way. Them
As
just need
opposed
to be
to
honest with
coming and-
themselves, boy.
As opposed to coming and trying to tell us we do this and we do. No. Yeah, carry on.
Right? And when I say do,
I make a stupid stinger, you know. I'm gonna make it
right? And when I say do, I mean you're doing with ulterior motive to gain something from it. You know, I really talk about actually do something. So that when you leave office now, we say 5, 10, 50 years down the road, people benefit from that. And I don't have to come back to you to ask you again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is doing.
Wow.
doing, yeah.
Right? Anything else?
Drop something.
Right?
Important.
And it's not because the man who come in after you stop what you was doing.
Yeah. That's why they're important.
Yeah. So anything else other than that is just enabling, right, and hampering. Right, I would like to give out the hampers and hampering my development, right? And you know, as you now say, I believe that we as a people within the country had to start being real with ourselves.
Yeah.
And as you just said, plenty people hiding it, but a lot of people are scared for the future and the children's future. Now, if you keep hiding it, it will keep letting them feel that what they're doing is okay.
It's okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Smart.
That is the danger with that.
Let's drop them bombs out. One of the next week.
Right. And that is the danger with that.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I believe that we just have to leave them alone.
That's how I feel. Because right now I have a man in my circle that is trying his utmost best to convince me that is the answer to our problems. And it is far from it. Because you cannot tell me, you know firsthand some of the things we talking about. Right? Because you ain't there's no hearsay. You know.
You are wrong it.
You are wrong it. You
Experiencing
see it. Right? But what you're running with is the hype now, boy. You know? I know this one. I know that one.
Yeah.
You understand? And I'm not going through that.
Failure.
Right? So that was I say just now when you tell me about when we're talking about, you know, starting things and whatever. Every community it have businesses. Every community have businesses. And I looking at Barataria turning into
Hub. Yeah.
by almost a industrial estate. Don't any back by Fafan and all of them any back there becoming an industrial estate.
Yeah.
So you trying to tell me that basketball, two things, the basketball field on 12th Street Not 12th Street, the only house in 6th Avenue, right? And the 2-bar tire Savannah that we have in the area suffering. How by?
Yeah.
Where the CSR go on, where the corporate social responsibility go on.
Real big, you know me mean calling the name.
Yeah, because they ain't paying for no advertising.
But, right, that particular court that you're talking about,
Yeah.
and them two fields in real close proximity to some very big businesses.
Multi-million-dollar companies, boy.
Conglomerates.
Yeah.
And I mean,
the head office, eh?
Yeah, I mean, real close
Not a branch.
proximity, you know. Right? One of the things I think we had to learn is lobbying.
To go to them, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's something that we had to actively learn.
No, because you see what happens is plenty time in the community too. Remember, we just see that as begging. You understand? We perception of it is begging. By not begging you.
We know better now. Because
Correct.
if I begging, if you call that begging, I never see somebody beg.
With a letter?
And get some, not just a dollar, yeah, but I never see somebody beg. And get some of the things that other people who just call it lobbying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if in your mind for now is begging is better, we might have to start a beg.
Yeah.
And just to add on to your wisdom there, it all goes back to our self-worth too. And I experienced myself being a victim of this as well. Even when we go into ask, we might go and ask for $1,000.
You have to ask big.
But people just go and ask for millions of dollars.
You have to go and ask big.
And that's something I learned recently.
Yeah.
You know.
Negotiation. The art of negotiation. You always start high.
Yeah.
But it ties back into where you start off saying that.
Yeah,
Correct.
self-worth.
Self-worth.
And that is one of our as
Downfalls.
young black boys, because I was now a young black boy. As young black boys, and that starts from home. Right? We have low self-esteem.
Correct.
Right? And it's something so simple. Right? I growing up. Right? And your mom like, you know, hey boy, go and take a haircut, boy, your hair looking untidy. But this is the way it growing out of my hair.
Yeah.
Right? And the way I'm the creator make me. So if you have a problem with my hair, then you have a problem with the creator.
What did Jamil just say? Go to board and pray.
Yeah. so but at the same time, I understand which part they're coming from, because in order to go there and get a job, my hair can't be so-called untidy.
Which is why, as soon as we start to work for ourselves, we start to look like me.
And Jay-Z.
And Jay-Z, you understand? Because we no longer answering to you, and you cannot tell me how to run my business.
Exactly.
And if I believe this is neat, then so
No,
be it.
but again, and I always say this, even before we go to what is neat and what is neat.
Yeah.
You
set them
and
standards?
I did not exactly. That's
Who
what
set
I'm
them
going.
standards?
You
Yeah.
and I.
Yeah.
We did not sit down around this table here.
And come up with them standards.
Yeah.
People with hair like us did not make the standard of what is called neat.
Yeah.
The standard that they hold us to was not created by us for our hair. Imagine that, your hair reacts to the wind, to the sun, to water, everything differently to mine's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wrote rules on how
Took up on
my
mine,
hair.
Yeah,
I grew my dread because of that, you know.
Yeah.
You know how that dread, right?
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that
a
long
long
grass.
dread. And I tell them it's because somebody around me at the time made a statement that everybody with plaits and ras is criminal. And I ain't trim again for about 14 years. while being in the employee.
Yeah, he's very extreme.
That my employer
He's
said that.
very extreme, bro.
You understand?
Nah, yo, and that's so important, because now, all right, the youth does do what they see. Could talk whole day.
Yeah, they emulate.
Youths does do what they see, right? And that's basically one of the main reasons why I stay within my community and I operate within my community, because if you see me looking like this, but I successful,
But not by the man.
But the standards.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
then like when I start to do something with the mind of the youth, number wait, I don't have to do that to be successful.
Exactly.
You know, because I believe each person each person is an idea. Each person is an idea. Your life is an idea to somebody else. And if the youths not seeing people who look like us in successful positions, they wouldn't want to look like we.
So here what we do, because I've seen some questions here.
Right.
Well, we take a break and come back, because what I want to do is I will tie in that question to his business.
All right.
Yeah, so let me take a break.
DJ.
Hit with the arm from an island there. You know? So people think we're swinging on trees now.
Yeah, man. Step in the basket and look at that stupid stuff.
And chop star.
And me cause me a stick. Face everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're on the track.
We out there?
Make it happen. Hey yo, I'm moving full speed ahead. Liquor, weed and bread. Take a cheese to spread. Niggas leaving red. If you sneeze, you're dead. Nigga freeze instead. Trigger squeeze and lead. Lick a piece of dread out your freaking head. If it's good, I won't stop. Got to get what I don't cut. My dome's hot for this. Robbie Populous. Chrome cup. On chocolate. Close drop. Rockin' this. Rockin' this. Rockin' this. I have a hustle in mind, no time for fighting, no fussing, no crying, no quitting. I only trying to spitting my heart out, and all your hard doubts that I could get paid for having a smart mouth. And I had to do all kind of things to get rent, cause I perform in all your thing, I never get a red cent. But still, that never break my will. When you underestimate my skill, it just make me more ill. My intellect alone does get me respect. The rhymes in my brain is like $1 million check. My lyrics more powerful than spirits. I know the ancestors just watch me and smile whenever they hear it. Right now, I don't have no car to drive. Others moving Maxi and I have to strive. My friends just tell me I'm uppity, cause my mind only on making millions and buying property. Imagine make it happen with no power. Dipping chicken in flour, working for $8 an hour. Hey, welcome to KFC, what you want?
What do you have? I was wondering, what do you have? You don't know what you want yet? All that time you standing up in the line? It's only chicken and chips you sell. Chicken and chips. With the rag, with the flag, with the rag, with the flag, with the rag, with the flag, with the rag, with the flag. Chicken and chips, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up. Rag with the flag, with the rag, with the flag, with the rag, with the flag, with the rag, with the flag. Chicken and chips, jump up, jump up. Chicken and chips. When you have the grease on your lips and the ketchup on your fingertips, say spicy and extra crips. So they call it chicken and chips. With the rag, with the flag, with the rag, with the flag, rag, flag, rag, chicken and chips. So you jump up, jump up. Most of what you eat is drugs and not food, but they won't tell you that it's dangerous or it's cancerous. Still they will sell you. So you're buying it and you're trying it and you're using it to supplement your diet with. Why you think the word diet have dye in it? Cause they amazed by the fact they ain't die as yet. With all the poison in the food and we alive and well. But looks could be deceiving, only time go tell. Brain tumors, cancer and kidney stones. Osteoporosis inflict your bones. Red fox fake heart attacks on Sanford we get Jones. But the shit don't be funny when the shit hit home. The same heart attack is the reason he died. And just the other day I was eating some deep fried chicken and thinking the shit tastes good. Nigga, I can't lie, the shit tastes good. Wasn't thinking about hormones or injections in the blood. Flesh and bones are just like that crunch. In a box with french fries disguised as lunch. Give me a second, so let me make up my mind. Only coming to KFC, all you know is only sell chicken and chips. All you just stand up in the line for half hour and come out by the cashier and want to play all you now looking to other thing. Hey, so let me tell you something, it's only chicken and chips we selling here. Chicken and chips. Well, I think I'll have the chicken and chips then. Thank you very much.
And we are black.
Welcome black. We are black.
As Mendoza say, welcome black.
So we have a question. We coming back in hot.
But before we go to hear somebody, you want to shout out?
Who is that? Oh, yeah. Shout out.
Jello. What's going on? May you tune in. I appreciate the support all the time.
No. So, my brother Brandon Coffee here is asking, other than your natural sporting affinity, what did you have to add to your personal development to push your idea?
Repeat the question.
Other than your natural sporting which should be ability, I guess, or affinity, because your love for the sport, right? Yeah. What did you have to add to your personal development to bring forward your idea?
Self-healing. Yeah, and again, a big part of that is my partner. Janine.
Wifey?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, wifey.
Yeah. Plenty changes had to make in terms of, and that's something that we really had to start to look into. We just had to die to our old selves. Right? Because success really depends on the person you have to become in order to achieve the success. Right? So, in terms of, I don't eat meat again.
Right.
I don't drink alcohol. As the song was now saying, a lot of our daily habits is the reason why we can't really formulate plans, to reach where we want to reach, because we pineal gland, we third eye, or first eye. I'm not gonna say the third eye, first eye. It's so cluttered. By the things that we intake in terms of the music, the food, we conversations that we have on a daily basis. It's not really conducive to becoming your highest self. So that was a major part for me in my self-development. Just first searching for myself in the world, in terms of my spirituality, in terms of looking for people who look like me, who achieved the highest level, on discipline, and then I'm seeing what they did and then I'm trying to emulate what they did, so that, and when I started to do these things, I started to see change within myself.
Representation matters in truth, boy.
Yeah, because just deviate a little bit. The white boy don't have to look too far to see
That's
himself.
all.
Good. Drop a fucking bomb for me, please. Drop a bomb for me, please. I feel to pelt with my mic. How can I take it?
Yeah. Your representation.
Oh
and,
my goodness.
and
No,
when
but people
the-
they want to
yeah.
play down that king.
Yeah.
People just want to play
Yeah.
down that, and that's
Yeah.
what just agitate me.
Yeah.
You're
Because
too black.
the-
I imagine
yeah.
people watching me to tell me that.
Yeah.
I too black.
Waster.
That.
No, imagine we have to make a concerted effort
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah.
to find
yourself.
thing for them to look at,
Yeah.
to see themselves.
Yeah. And everything come from us. So you know how hard some people had to work to hide and bury that?
Oh,
So
And the levels they had to go to.
Yeah. So as he said, representation
It's
really matters,
everything.
because the first thing when you look at the news, where you're seeing somebody who look like me, but you're seeing him probably snatching a purse. You remember seeing him lying down with a bullet in his head.
no.
Or you probably seen him with a mug shot. So now, as a youth, you internalizing that. And you saying, but
That is all you're seeing, and that is why the papers doing what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So even with religion and all these things, all the angels white. Right?
Jesus, why?
Jesus Christ white.
Silky hair, blue eyes.
Right. However, but you told me that God make me in his image and likeness.
They don't like that, over the years,
Yeah.
I big adult people I considered intelligent, couldn't never answer me. What does he mean? And what does he mean in an image? What does he mean in a likeness?
That's why I love Erica Badu,
Yeah.
Erica say if we were made in his image, then call us by our name.
You understand?
That's you.
Yeah.
Right?
Cool.
But you simply can't say it just because I'm saying to you, if you I don't prescribe to it. But if you prescribe to it and then say in his image and likeness we were made. I only know image
To mean one
to
thing.
mean one thing.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. And as well too, you see all other, I would say races, because races, because that's the word we use to classify
Yeah.
people who looks different from one another,
Right.
right? Their God look like them. Chinese man gods look like him.
Don't afraid to jump fire there, no?
you know. So what? Because I big on doing my own research, and even apart from the external world, internally, we just know stuff. Because we connected to the highest power,
Correct.
naturally,
Correct.
right? So what I personally am come to terms with is that we just live life through the European eyes,
Of course.
and that is our greatest downfall. We don't live life through our spirituality and through our norms and through our ways of life. We take this word civilized, and we think that it means to act right, or to be well mannered, or no, but to be if you civilize, and I come on, I take over your nation. I civilize you. All that means is I teach you my ways and norms. That is the meaning of civilization.
I just want to change one word you say. I didn't teach it to you.
Yeah, I force it upon you, and I beat it into you. Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Our brother, years ago, I was following on Instagram. He say, "What civilized did simply mean back in them time he with the gun."
Yeah, yeah.
And you could never be bringing, and we still repeat these narratives.
Yeah.
The woman from the country that cold and they say how real terrible weather who died recently, right?
Liz.
Right? Liz, yeah. it bring back a lot of narratives.
Yeah.
And think his son wouldn't set on the British Empire because it's so big and blah, blah, blah. Like how they get this empire. You think they come in your house and ball? They come outside by you. Hi, good day.
Excuse me.
Tyler. we like this property here. It's worth 1 million. We'll give you 2 for it for the inconvenience. No.
Yeah.
They come,
Come on,
hey,
take
you see that day? How much people living in there? Get rid of them.
Run them
Yeah.
out.
You
Yeah.
understand?
That's mine now.
Run them out.
Take it over. Right? We teaching that today
Yeah.
to our children and are tying that all of that back into representation. Because we can't even go in the history books in school.
To find
Imagine
it.
that in Trinidad and Tobago. All that money and fanfare for independence celebration. But we can't go and find George Padmore, Kwame Ture, all
shit.
these people that help shape the black world, that turn around and come back and benefit us. Because some of the people and them, Padmore and them was working with Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana, who started a independence movement that we rode the wave.
Yeah.
Trinidad didn't just jump up one day. This the man who just called the father of the nation.
Yeah.
He didn't just jump up one day and decide, let's do this. He was riding a wave. That was no original idea from him. Right?
Yeah.
But the people and them that influenced that, that look like the 4 of us inside of here, we don't get no history on them.
Yeah. And you said something so important. I believe it was on one of the episodes I was watching recently. And you said that before I'm a Trinidadian, I'm an African. Because
Well, people can't understand.
my
that.
personal question is, what does a Trinidadian look like?
Watch me now.
That is my question.
No. Long time.
They go say we cool send these men and bring them on the show.
No,
you
no,
know.
go and tell them.
They
Long
don't say we
time
doing
is-
that, you know.
It's me and 2 of your bigger brothers used to lie, right? But like you used to be listening, or you was around. Because I asked them 2 things. I tell them, what does it mean to be a Trini?
Right.
If he is a Trini, I'm not fighting you. If you say he's a Trini. But secondly, there were people inhabiting this land before Africans came here,
Correct.
before Caucasians came here.
Correct.
I am pleased to know a few of them. My the Orisha organization I belong to works closely with some of them.
Right.
So I can pull out my phone and call 1 or 2 of them now, right? But most people, as you now say, what they look like, what was their original features?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I tell you that.
Yeah, because if you walk out in town now, you see a Chinese man, you would see African, you would probably see a Lebanese, etc. But we all live here. So by that standard, what a Trinidadian really looks like, because you can't say it looks like this, right? And that's one.
Right.
2, how you consider Trinidad an English-speaking country? You can't say that because it have people here who don't only speak English. So as a young man growing up, these are the kind of questions I just have. But I just can't really find the answers for them.
Right.
The answers there now. You say something real important just now. Some of them answers coming from inside of us. What coming from the answers coming from inside, but what coming from outside via we textbooks, via the news, via what we just call
confusing
information and things. Not just confusing it, it's scaring you. Because you hearing a real answer from inside, you hearing that is garbage, that is bullshit.
That's not you.
You hear, but everybody around you buy into that bullshit. You start to question your own self.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And to me, and I talking from experience, my personal experience, where I have seen that I question self when self spoke to me, and I see everything crumble, or I was correct based on what self had said. Boy, that has sent some people crazy,
Yeah, it does.
because you're fighting against that system that we talk this already, that system don't sleep enough. Me and you thinking like this before, we are thinking like this, oh, we leave, we go, we do the rest of the day, we go and sleep. That system not sleeping enough.
Correct.
But I just want to read out something Mendoza say here, and I love the way he word this. You know, one of we other top fans.
Yeah.
They were civilized people, but they were kidnapped and enslaved by savages. So you just around them words, eh? I love that Mendoza. Right? And yeah, that's something we just had to keep mentioning too. That's why we're big fans of Thomas Sankara. Because Mendoza say again, the Caucasians even named the island Trinidad. That's not the name of the place they used to call it.
Correct.
Right? We have a question for you. Jamil. I recently watched an interview and heard the academy implemented yoga. Can you speak about how yoga impacted the players?
Yeah, boy. I started to raise one time with that question. Yoga, you know, it's in its entirety. It's really my partner who deals with that part of the program. She has a business called Divine Art Healing Center. Right. She's a teacher herself.
Right.
At least she used to be.
Right.
You know, with the pandemic. And being forced to take the Big Mac. You know, she decided that, you know, she not so. She started her own her own company. Right.
Out of evil cometh good.
Yeah. Because we homeschool our children. Right. So she deals with that part. Right. Now before I reach to that, I want everyone who watching to really grasp this. That this, at least these are the practices that we must come back to. Right? Because what it does is it quiets the mind so that they can hear that
inner voice.
We take in a lot of information daily because everything is information. You're looking around, you get information. Somebody open their mouth is information. You open a book is information, you know. So the first day we implemented the program in the academy, we did it right before the session, you know. And of course, as young boys, so they always want to go here, there, and they're always running around. The focus is not really there, you know. So when we did it the morning and we went into the session after, it was a complete difference. The listening aspect of it, you speak to them once, you do it once, because they don't have the noise inside saying, "Hey, do this." All it have now is the silence inside. So now they're hearing you, you know. So it really was a major difference within the session. And just I'm going back to Janine and I. Our main goal, our highest goal for the academy and Freetown Sports Group is to start a school. A football school.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
And it done something like it's not just football alone, like football school. So you're coming to school, you get any academics, first part of the day. Your yoga activities and all these things, you know, and then after it's football, you know. So that's really the highest goal, because
that is an excellent idea, my brother.
Yeah, what I have learned is that's why schools exist. A religious organization is to dictate the group consciousness, and if you have 400 kids in a school, that the next generation you implement it, you know,
you impact in
there. Yeah, you impact in there. So I personally believe if we really want to make change, we have to do it on a group level, you know. and I see my wife, the way she educates, because, and that's basically what it is. And the word educate, it comes from the Latin word educare, which means to draw out that which comes from within, right? So to have a teacher in front of a class with 30 students teaching one way to 30 different beings,
Insanity.
it can't work like that.
It don't work.
Exactly. And as we see now, the school system crumbling, right? So I see the way she educates, and I know that's the way to educate. Because as you know, the black woman is all.
Everything.
And all. So, and to go back to the question, is a major difference, and I believe it should be implemented in all schools. In all schools, yoga and just meditation.
Yeah, I can tell you that helped me because when I was searching, as I tell everybody, I have a bad temper, right? I still say have, because as much as I know I have it at bay, depending on what you do, if you interfere with them,
of course, a process.
Right. I ain't not holding it back. But in me being able to learn how to control it, I had to go. Seeking, and that was one of the things that helped me. Meditation. What was the second thing? Well, counseling. I went and talked to a counselor and thing, and do some anger management. So them that all encompassing style of education, holistic development is something that we had to embrace now, and we're running from it. Because you know why they're running from it? Because if they empower everybody, what going to happen to the class? We have a big, I'll tell people in Trinidad, more than a race problem.
We have a class problem. And the sad thing about it is the class problem in the black community is black on black. Simply like I buy shoes for $3,000. How much for yours? And it's so sad that it reached down to all into the schools.
And silly.
Right. Very, very silly. But it reached down to with children. Whereas when I was going to school, your shoes just had to be clean. For Friday evening, where we had to go online. Me, Roger, look some of them in the comments here. Lala and we, you have to be clean. You understand? Because everybody would not be able to afford a brand. But once you're clean, right? But I don't want to go there because we don't reach 3/4, we reach to the shore area. And we ain't talk about your business. Which is a part of what you're doing.
Right.
The black market. So tell me about the black market now.
Well, the black market originally started last year, right? And it was basically something completely different than what it is now. Right? Because we started with fruit juices,
right?
Because when I was making my transition, and that was one of the major things, the way I ate, and we wanted to bring that into our community because, and that's something major we had to discuss, and we had to put things in place in terms of what we feed our children, right? So we started to do natural juices and all of these things. We had seasonings and these things, and we invested in some print tree equipment, right? Because I am a big fan of doing for self. So I didn't really want to have to keep paying somebody to do like labels and branding and all them kind of things. So I say, baby, let me invest in some equipment and we could do our branding.
Right.
Everything you see in terms of our academy, everything.
That's you.
Come from here. You know. And I just experimented and using your creative faculties that we all have. Right. So just fast forward to now, we slowed down on the natural juices and stuff, and then we was there with all this equipment, all this printry equipment, and just we're not doing anything with it. you know, and we spoke, and he basically said, best we open, you know, a printry, because the narrative is the most important thing that we have.
Yeah.
You know, and even going back to representation, and with guys like Marcus Garvey, right, and really seeing the kind of impact those guys had, and just seeing also that's what they was doing, and that's how they was able to reach from here to here, because they control their own narrative.
Correct.
Doing newspaper.
Not the
everything,
newspaper.
yeah.
Exactly. So I can't wait for Newsday to write something positive.
No.
You know, I want to create my own newspaper within the community, you know, and start do it exactly how Newsday does do it. Just start to create our own narrative and start to go around the community and highlighting the positives and all of these things. So the idea was birthed, and we just we went forward with it. And well, now we do regular printing stuff, photocopies. We do laminations, we do heat press work. So yeah. And well, I have a lot of ideas
Clearly.
itself, for the business, you know, really in terms of just recapturing our narrative and just starting to put only positives out there. Because what is the point of highlighting a negative?
Well, sadly, based on these so-called educated people's narrative, that is sell.
Yep. Correct.
That's what's
Go back to capitalism and the European way of life.
You understand? And I
Yeah,
have to say,
yeah.
based on their way of thinking,
Yeah.
that is sell, because I telling you, when I used to work in a phone company, them could I tell you two things I come into work with every day, especially when I was in the Chagonas branch. It's our papers and our apple. Every day. And everybody know, leave my papers until after lunch. When I read it, I leave in a day for them. Leave my papers. And I read the papers from the back because I used to read sports
first. Yeah. yeah.
But I get
Of
fed
course,
up.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really
Yeah,
get fed up
yeah,
of that. I
yeah,
buy it
yeah,
every
agreed.
day, boy.
Agreed. And then there's news in the night.
Same thing.
Come on, man.
So, so where's the point?
So I will look forward now to our news publication
yeah, for sure.
from the black market, highlighting which part the store is located.
We are located on 54 Observatory Street, on the corner of Belmont Circular Road and Observatory Street.
Right.
Again, we in the community, we servicing the community, because if it have no businesses in the community, we can't spend no money within the community. Right? So that's one of the major reasons why we decided to
Our
put in
fire!
the community.
Because we were saying that when they had come in, and I find that was, we just always talk about spending our money in the community. But I don't think we ever break it down like that. And I like that, like, spending money in the community, yes. But it had to have businesses in the community.
Yeah.
Run by us,
For us.
owned by us, because we could run it and not own it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right? In the community. And there's a big step here that we doing that kind of business in the community. And as you say, I like how you say that now, because again, the word get to a really
It's a perception.
right. I don't like it
perception.
anymore. Just like I don't like the word tribe, because they'll call us, they say it's that tribe from Africa.
Yeah.
But when you go and research that tribe, the tribe consists of 50 million people.
Correct. Yeah.
We live in a country with 1.3 million people. Nobody do refer to us as a tribe, right? But you're talking about a group of people numbering 40 or 50 million, but using a derogatory term like tribe
Correct.
to call them. So I kind of like the phrase we in the community, right? The business itself is part of the do collabs with the football.
Yeah, for sure. We do all the printing work for the academy free. You know, we don't. Whoever it had to do, and that's basically like we sponsor the academy in that way, in terms of the uniforms and the logos and all of these things. You know, I take on the responsibility of using the printry to do that.
So let me ask you, I had to ask you this, you know, even though Brandon Coffey had kind of asked it now, like, because I know where you come from. As I say, me and two of your bigger brothers is brothers. Right? Where that come from within your community? I know you mentioned your mother.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the influence is obvious. I mean, when you look on your brother, your siblings and them social media pages, it's obvious the connection only with all your mother. But outside of your mother, where that come from? I mean, you was telling me before we start, because you was talking about snort pass, you know, go to the ancestral element, peace. Brian Thomas, I only learn your name when you pass. I know you all these years by your nickname Snort. And you were saying that he was responsible for things like a sports day.
Yeah, Christmas party and those kind of stuff. Yeah.
That had an influence on you doing what you're doing now?
Yeah. When I was I was a child. No, we live in our wrong, right? Which part we live in is like a safe space, right? When I was young, all my friends, even before we go there, I grew up in an apartment with 15 other people. My mom does say I had 3 plumes. Yeah, 3 plumes are on box, right? 13 other siblings and cousins, and my aunt and my mom, right? And we know nothing about poverty, you know about me. I see my mom get up and my aunt get up and make it work. And even when I come outside now, all my friends from around the area and the community used to come there because they could get a plate of food. So I'm just imagining that I live in like I grew up under those circumstances, yet still people used to come there, for I would say a better experience, So and we had a football field there, a little sweat ground. We used to sweat and all them things. Yeah. So just growing up, I experienced because the millennial word they like to use. I grew up in a time right before the phone and social media. Right before. Yeah. So I experienced that being outside, and interacting with friends and every day.
And Abayole was the place.
Yeah. It was the place. So just growing up in that environment had a major impact on me personally. And just experiencing what your friends and things I'm going through it in the community who have nothing. I talk about nothing, and they're not reaching as an adult and seeing why. So now every youth that come to my academy and leave Belmont, I's them. That is me. I see it myself there. So that has given me a drive now to want to do better. Because even now with Freetown Sports Group, we just got 2 boys transferred into St. Francis Boys College from
formerly intermediate.
Yeah, formerly intermediate.
As in, I was actively involved in that process.
Yeah, we were. Basically, the main reason why it happened because they in on the Freetown recommendation, and
well, they have powers.
Yeah. So because I know the importance of environment. That is what changed my life. The environments that I was allowed to be in. So that's being an adult now and just being able to do it. I just do it, and I want to affect as many of them as I could. And I tell them we now start. Yeah. We now start. So we have a lot. We going. I was saying, we took them from Belmont Boys Secondary, formerly known as Belmont Junior Secondary.
Yeah.
Right, so now these boys in a school that have Form 6.
It's our college now.
It's a college
Yeah,
now.
it's our college.
Right, so that, I mean, it might be a small thing to the eyes of the average person, but that could change
No,
their
we
whole
understand.
life.
Yeah, totally.
we understand.
We understand that
Trust.
clear.
You know?
How
Yeah.
and it's changed that a lot. I've had this conversation even earlier this year, where somebody playing down the importance of environment, and then we tying it back into the do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
You know, and having young children. Well, that was an eye opener for me. You know, I started having children late. You know, like all them fellas, you know, start the business and you know.
Yeah.
But seeing that, I was like, yo, that's certain things you had to stop. Like, all right, just this morning when we coming from when we went to talk to the children, and then we talk about that, like, that's certain music I cannot play home again.
Yeah.
Of course.
I
And
cannot
a
play.
conscious decision you have to make.
Yeah.
A conscious
And
decision.
I make that decision early.
Yeah.
So it's not because I think you don't understand it or not.
Yeah,
I just not playing it at all.
Exactly.
It's only recently I put it back on my phone.
Exactly.
Right? But in the house itself, no.
Of course.
Because
Of course.
we talking that, you know, the children, I'm hearing things
Of course.
and they
You repeat
repeating it.
Yeah.
And it's so strange that you don't hear a particular type of word and repeat that word.
Only.
Quick as the word.
Yeah.
One syllable.
But you say a healthy, nice word and
Not the running part.
Nah, them speeding over
Because
that.
going again, words have power. You know, and every single word that we saying today, it was hardwired for a purpose. You know, and just a small thing like, I would say like a business within the community and stuff. I just see people calling the stuff mini-mart.
Yeah. Meaning nothing.
If we only know the dangers of that, we will never call we thing a mini-mart.
Yeah. That is why I don't call my business no small business.
Yeah.
I just get on bad for that.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I just get on bad for that. Don't call me
Dangerous.
no barber.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my profession.
Yeah.
But I am a salon owner.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand me?
And we don't no hustle. None
No
of these
hustle
hustles.
in here, brother.
I tell you, I'm not playing. You could not respect whatever you do, no, my thing is a business.
Exactly.
Right? I see,
Matix.
huh?
Matix accent open the door.
Go,
I'll go.
read out. All right, I went on. See, Davidson say here again. Are there or were there any challenges from parents seeing the vision of the economy and what it stands for?
Nah, they buy in.
All right, nice.
Yeah, they buy in because, you know, actually a few parents that just come to me quietly and pull me, coach, really appreciate what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
Because we seeing
A different thing.
seeing the effects home.
Right.
Have boys who home doing no homework now because, you know, if they do no homework, they can't come to my academy. So far about 3-4 parents so far call me square and, you know, and they just be like, yo, we really appreciate that professional environment you have them in right now. Yeah, because it does something to the psyche.
Of course.
You know, it make them feel like they're working towards something.
Yes.
You
And
know,
they are.
Yeah, and they are. So far, I believe our only challenge is finance,
Which is always
which is always.
but you can't do nothing without that.
Yeah. But in terms of parents actually buying
Supporting.
into the process,
Yeah.
they fully on board with everything we just do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Nah, they can talk and say what they want, brother. That's important because even in my son basketball academy too, they tell them the other day, so they train Saturday and Sunday now.
Right.
So Sunday, a little chubby man asking, Delbar was asking, say, coach asking, yo, you the homework already for the weekend? No, he waited until he reach home after training Sunday.
No, they catch you.
No, she leave him. She said, but next weekend, do not come here. Saturday morning, don't even reach Saturday and you ain't do your homework because you're not going and train. And don't even go out your thoughts to come Sunday neither. If you don't do it Saturday.
Yeah.
And watch my small man face pull.
Yeah.
But his mother was right here.
Sure
And
you do
she
it.
hear it. So she say, well,
She has something to work
pause.
with now.
Because you give me pause.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
And that is where the
Exactly.
meshing between the
Exactly.
parents and the coaches that's coming.
Exactly. And I
One
want to say
voice.
something about and Coach Davidson. We had this conversation when he was here. Die the pyramid there. The triangle, the parent, the child on top, the coach, the parent. Die the pyramid there, that as well. You know, cause we on a chat with all the parents and all of these things. So them don't do nothing that we don't know about.
Right.
You know. And
vice
then the
versa.
parents, and then the parents now that really play off our strength. If you do this, you can't do this. And with them,
course.
and readers, and
And
readers,
coach know it and
of
happening.
course,
Yeah.
of course, we let them know that it's.
Oh, you're
it's-
misbehaving?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
come on, 100 push-ups now,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
In
you
Saturday
can't
until
come
you do
here.
them 100 push-ups.
Yeah.
Jason asks here, what are the short-term and long-term goals of the academy and Freetown Sports Group?
Short term with the academy was really to get the kids. Well, it was to recruit first of all, as many as we could, and then get the kids into the proper environment,
Right.
because the environment trains the child.
Correct.
I don't have to come and train you. Once we set the right environment, if you come in, if you know join my academy today, you go in and watch the behavior of the group, and then you go in and follow that. You know, so, and we accomplish the short-term goal, right? The medium and long-term goal with the academy, we want to start to enter them into tournaments in terms of the pro league and all of these things, so that they could start to get seen by scouts, you know, by schools and all of these things. With Freetown, now, as I was explaining earlier, the short-term goal of Freetown was to start really to create a pathway, you know, to success for the people within the academy, right? And as I was explaining just now, we started to do that in terms of with the transfers of the boys into the schools
right.
and all of these things. So that's the next thing that we started to accomplish. And the long-term goal is to, the long-term goal of the academy is to really have our own organization, in terms of we want to have a senior football club, and whereafter we develop our talents.
Right.
They're playing for
Your club.
our club. As we know, 99% of the footballers do not make it to pro. 99%.
Why is that?
Just the
Quite an Hano Pro?
you're talking worldwide. Yeah, worldwide. It's a very small number.
Yeah.
You know, players actually make it to pro. So even if you make it outside, we want to have a club here that functions at the highest level here, right? So you could still play football in a professional environment here. So that's our long-term goal, and with the academy to have our under sixes, the under nines, the under 12s, the under 18, and then the senior club.
Under sixes, you say?
Yeah, we are under
For
sixes.
4 months.
No, we are like 15 under sixes. With Freetown, the long term is the school.
Right.
That is the highest goal, to join the academy and Divine Art Healing Center, and create one institution, one organization.
Brother, I hope that whoever you're desperate to will protect you and guide your footsteps, because
Oh, sure.
my brother, that is a mammoth
Yeah.
task.
Yeah.
And one of the things I want to remind everybody, Dread, is that we could look on from money outside and see that is a big task. But as the man who doing it, look where you start and look where you end up.
Yeah.
Everything that starts small. And as long as you keep it going, it will start a spiral and snowball.
Yeah.
And once it starts a snowball, I know how you go and stop it. Right? But only you could stop it.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's just a situation where because I like everything that I hear in there. Right?
So I see Shaq's. Shaq's a big
Shaq's
up
is
my
it.
uncle.
Yeah. The interview.
Yeah, Shakim. A genius, real intelligent young.
Alright,
See,
yeah,
I pay them to send some fire.
Works in the black market and print with me. Yeah.
That we talking about.
So I've been doing a lot of design stuff. Quite something he love to do now. Real good at it, real creative.
Graphic design?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll keep that in mind. Well, normally what we usually ask before we wrap up on thing, because we only have 4 minutes, is because our hashtags is facing our issues, formulating solutions.
Right.
You know the goal of the Black to Black is to enrich and empower African people, right? Give me something that you feel, because we know you're in sports, and last week we had tuning into last week, so you know we had a nice little segment on the importance of sport and what it could do and how it could change and empower the community. So as somebody who is doing it with your academy and that kind of thing, and somebody who might be listening to say, well, I want to try something, or in Barataria, or Sao, or wherever, because I mean, it have plenty of things existing.
Yeah.
Leave the people with something that you feel,
A piece of advice.
That you feel could make a difference.
Well, first thing first, it all starts with you.
Right.
You know, you have to know where it is you're doing it for. Where it is you would like to get out of it. You know, and just starting.
Start where you are.
Just starting, because what us go on in mind that play rare tricks with we. Let us know we need this, we need that, we need this, and then we get overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed?
Yeah. And we stop. And we shut down. You know. So again, do it for the right reasons. You know. Plan. First step to creation is writing down. The first step to creating anything is putting it onto paper, right? And even if you was to move on, you was to pass on, some person coming after you could see exactly what it is you were trying to do, and then they could pick up the mantle, right? But most importantly, start and do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Now getting a chance to drop in.
Kyle Grant, one of the regulars.
Yeah. I'll watch the complete interview later. Yeah, Kyle, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, man. So, my brother, it was a honor having you.
Honor being here.
Right? I can't stress that enough, man. You know, how I know your family. People like Jason speak so highly of you. And you start to tell people that the next thing we do get in black community watch. We do get people just complimenting one another, especially men.
Yeah.
We look down on that like something, you know. Not just a competition, that is one aspect, you know, like
soft.
Yeah.
Like yellow.
True.
Yeah, true, you know.
And that is something, before you go on, if you know how much I don't like that, because if that just showing you that we don't understand the power of woman. Right? Because if you ask me, you're a woman, if you knew the power of a woman, you're not asking me that. You know? But yeah, carry on.
You know, when speak highly of you, you know, it's Jason who I tell me, you know, I should talk to you. It's Jason I tell me that and stuff, and you seen what going on. I was in the last, when that was Easter
Easter Cup.
The academy children was playing there.
Yeah.
Also I was there. I saw some of them and things like that. I just want to wish you all the best. You know, definitely come under the universe protection for you and your family to do these works that all your out here doing, right? Because sometimes we make a joke, right, but it's serious now.
Yeah.
We need to send prayers for the people that actually doing positive works in we community now, right? And just wish all the best and all the blessing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Yeah. So, on that note, we ain't get up on no fire today. Coming out of the positivity and thing. We go get them a ease up
This
today.
was nice,
Because it have real fire to burn by. Coming out of that nonsense yesterday, oh my gosh. We have things to deal with. So next week, Tuesday, we might have to go a little longer.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
just to get them some flames. Where you going to the gang?
No, I just say, no, it's great to be black.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I wouldn't have it any. That's one of my t-shirts now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. Proud to be black. Black and
day.
proud.
You understand? So people telling us good positive program. Give thanks, Jason and Kyle. Right? So again, we'll be out there. We'll be back again next week. All there live in love.
Yep.
And love is not necessarily that mushy thing that they sell you on them romance shows on them. Love could simply mean healing out your neighbor. You know? You're seeing something wrong, doing something to help it without saying anything.
Right.
Yeah. Live in love, people.
King,
And those are blessings.
thank you for coming, my brother.
Right?
Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me.
Tyler.
DJ.
Yes.
We go burn them up next week, but let's go burn them up today.
Wicked people, fire go burn them, fire go burn them. Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Fire go burn them, fire go burn them. Oh, say little boy, you ain't bad at all. No, another one just gone. By your beat your chest and smile. Say you's a madman. Another young boy fall. Your soul can rest at night. Oh, you's a bad man. Bad man is a man who just defend woman and protect the young ones by any means, Lord. You ain't no bad man, boy, now. You ain't no bad man. A real bad man just make his own decisions. He don't need anyone. He only needs God. You ain't no bad man, boy, now. You ain't no bad man. So, sit down, rock back. Tell them I don't need no strap to defend my people from wicked and evil. Whoa. So, sit down, rock back. Big man, look for a walk. You're too damn evil. If they distress my people, then fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Oh, say little boy, you ain't mad at all. No. Tell me what they're fighting for. What they killing for, Lord. We don't need no war now. There's no need. So tell me what they're fighting for. What they killing for, Lord. We don't need no war now. I said we don't want no more now. A real bad man don't go wrong raping woman, influencing young ones to kill a boy now. He ain't no bad man, boy now. He ain't no bad man. A real bad man works so whatever he wants and he don't need no gun. He full of joy now. That is a bad man soldier. He ain't no bad man. So sit down, rock back. Tell them I don't need no strap to defend my people from wicked and